welcome. Thanks for joining me here today for this very collective, general reading for this beautiful new moon in Taurus, which I believe is around the 11th, 12th. So we're looking at, in the Southern Hemisphere, we're looking at tomorrow here, which is a Tuesday, and interesting feeling around this time after that incredible, amazing full moon in Scorpio. I got up and I think it was 2 a.m. On the evening of that full moon, and honestly I looked outside. It looked like it had just been snowing, but it was, in fact, it's still kind of warm here. It was just the light was so intense. So let's just see this general impressions, around this new moon in Taurus time. It really does feel like it's encouraging us all really to really come and to feel very much grounded and connected to this physical, gorgeous earth that we are all part of. And other impressions just in the last few days are really having these templates of sorts, whether they be ideas, projects, mindsets, whatever, that are really creating shapes out of very fluid forms. By that I mean sand, like a sand sculpture, or it's the general feeling that I get at the moment. So let's get stuck into it. We're looking at current energies for this gorgeous Taurian new moon. Current energies at this time, we get the beautiful star, this gorgeous representation in the Thoth deck. It is a bridge, it's a channel, it is about healing as well as ideas, intentions coming in. We're sort of primed and ready, clearing our channels out for this. And of course, new moons are a great time to be planting seeds, but we do this with the understanding of the cycles thus far and how they are all connected as we move forward as well. So it's beautiful. Current energies, the star. It's a beautiful card. Our choices around this time, this is very general reading, our choices. Yeah, we are bringing form into this material world here with the gorgeous Princess of Discs, pregnant, gestating with new whatevers, newness, new projects, potential. This is really a card of just the potentiality, whether that's of yourself, whether that's about projects, whatever it is, but it's certainly about to be born. Our choices really, it's in regarding newness at this time. And there has been a period of a quietness, a stillness, where things in the last week or so have sort of slowed up a wee bit. But I think as we near the end of this month, and we get into those eclipses, it'll be interesting. I've been occasionally watching the astrology podcast, Chris Brennan. It's fabulous. There's a few of them on there and incredibly informative if you are interested in the astrological side of life. So really our choices, we are acting, presenting as this Princess of Discs. There are things coming into form at this time, as I said, creating form with fluid material is what it feels like. We look at traits for ease at this time. Traits for ease, we just really need to go with the flow. Another princess, Princess of Cups. She has dolphin, she has a ibis, I think, in here, a turtle, a wee lotus. This really, it's quite a Neptunian card, sort of appropriate, I guess, with Pisces. You know, Jupiter entering Pisces. The expansive nature of the imagination, of our psychic abilities as well. There is that coming into the forefront of things at the moment as well, I feel. Of course, these are general readings, all the moon readings. The time and tides readings that I do are very general, but we're going to go through and clarify these. So traits for ease, you know, allow your, of course, we never want to get tripped up or sucked in too much into our own illusionary world. But there's a difference between that and the absolute power of imagination and the power of not being afraid to kind of move within that fluid realm is what I'm getting from this. Moving forward, just moving forward here. Let us see. Moving forward, we get the 9 of Wands. This is cyclical nature of this, where we see in the choice position this Princess of Discs. We can choose to rest on our laurels, I suppose, or we can choose to move forward with new projects, with new creations, even if it is into a slightly unknown zone, into, you know, the watery realms. This is what I'm getting. Even though this is solid sort of Taurus, you know, a very solid new moon, it's values. It's about our values. It's about our body, what we like to have around us, and all of those things. And I guess maybe it's a good time to be enjoying those things. The 9 of Wands is often a card of habit and habitual habit. And I'm not an astrologer, but there's a general, as we move towards the latter part of May, there is a really, what am I trying to say? I feel a bit tongue-tied today. There's a need to let things go, actually. There's a need, whether they be habits, or just default mechanisms, or default behaviours. There's a need to let these things go in order to move smoothly into June and throughout June. I do think that. The 9 of Wands is often the wounded warrior. So it's a habit of defence. Interesting here with these cards. So let's just go and we'll clarify a little bit with the Morgan Greer deck. We'll clarify. Yeah, I think there's a lot of even, it just does feel to me, there's a lot of watery movement in this Taurus new moon. Of course, there's so many other things going on, planetary speaking, but we're trying to focus here on this beautiful new moon. So plant those seeds of inspiration. Just get a card for the Star card, general energies, the Star card, too many. Ugh. It's a wonderful Aquarian card. Yeah, look, we need to really get rid of, just suss it out. Get rid of the burdens. It is heralding a new cycle of what we dealt with over the full moon in Scorpio, whatever that was for you, whatever you were experiencing, has a lot to do with this. We get the Ten of Wands. It's a card of releasing. It's a card of releasing that which does not serve you anymore. That could be anything for anybody. Combined with the Star, well, we see a release because we're healing. We kind of figured out what we think, what we know is good for us. We're getting rid of this because it's the end of the line at the moment. And the end of the line means, making room for new great stuff, Princess of Discs, certainly it's gestating. We need room. We need to get rid of anything that's clogging up the pipes, as it were. So let's just have a look. Choice here. Bring something new in. Princess of Discs, please. Yeah, and it's a big one. It's a big doorway. We get the Ace. If we can pull this off, letting go. Whatever that is for you, it's different. It's just, it could be anything. It could be something you've been working on for the last 20 years. It could be something that you've just sort of had an epiphany about. We get the doorway of abundance. This is beckoning. This is beckoning. And these two lovely cards really do go hand in hand. So we get this, shoe fly. We get this beautiful gift because it does come down through the crown from Kita. It is us that give it form. It is this princess that pushes this out when the time is right. And here we see form come about. But this is a wonderful gift. Ace of Discs, a wonderful gift. A choice. A choice to birth and receive. Look, I'm getting a bit drifting away here. Princess of Cups here. And traits for ease. It's in some way we're kind of required to be very grounded yet fluid with that at the moment. And that's what I've been feeling lately. Certainly over the last week. We're just getting all the cards going a bit nutty. Princess of Cups, please. Where we see our imaginings, we see a wonderful, a very romantic kind of dreamy card. Very Neptunian. Very Piscean, actually. Traits for ease. Can we clarify that? Can we clarify it? Yes, we can. Here we get the penultimate, the ultimate card of creativity, love, in its most mothering aspect, in a very actualizing, crystallizing aspect. There is, in the Empress, there is a kind of crystallization of the element of salt, where we see the great seas of Binah, this understanding the power of the heart, the open heart, the loving heart, the creative flow of that, what that can bring about. With it, another ace, another gift coming down through the divine, we get the Ace of Swords, this piercing of a sort of truth. And I do think it's a piercing of a very kind of a really, possibly in some cases, a very difficult personal truth. Of course, it's different for everyone, but this is new information. It's an epiphany. I think I mentioned the word epiphany before, because it does feel like a time, and certainly, and that will become more intense as the month moves towards the end of the month. Towards the end of May, I do feel that, but. So this is the story that seems to be coming here. This Empress encompasses all of those queens in this. So, self-actualization, realizing some truths. And yet, it's not a harsh thing. It's actually incredibly loving, a loving position. It's a loving place to be in, sitting on this Empress's throne. It's quite gorgeous. And so moving forward from that, moving forward, where we see the Nine of Wands, habitual behaviours, letting those go, and we get a kind of bookended response here. I'll get another card. So we get the Star again. This is it. This is I hear like catch and release. Find it. Whatever this burdens, habits, whatever, that you really do feel that you have to release. Find them in there. Get that hermit's lamp. Go in there. Find it and release it. This is what I'm getting here. It's quite quite strong. Just one more card for that beautiful Star with the Nine of Wands. Beautiful Star. Every small action, dear friends, has a big impact. This is a very small emotional offering. A very small emotional offering. And every small emotional offering or understanding can create a great impact, because everything has an impact. Just get one more for that, and then we'll get a Pixie and Fairy card from Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Page of Cups. Interesting, an adolescent here. Yeah, but every small, seemingly insignificant act is turning this wheel of which we are all on. And here we see the Wheel of Fortune. Beneficial aspects. Very encouraging climate at this time to if you want to, we're not talking sort of spiritual warriors. I mean, some of these terms, I don't know. But in some ways it is, isn't it? Because we often find ourselves in battle with ourselves, usually just our mind. I say just our mind. And all those other things that hook into that. But it is kind of fighting the good fight on an internal level for yourself is the thing that will, with the best intentions. And a whole lot of love gets that wheel going in such a favourable way. I do feel at the moment. It's really quite a delightful read. Let's say Pixies and Fairies. We'll just go through, just looking at the star and this sort of healing, this release. Pardon me, excuse me. This release. There's a perfect time for, you know, being really grounded. As I say that, or focusing on that and focusing on the body and all of that. When I get that, we get this sort of speed freak, Caitlin the Self, that's right. This is about speed. It's about like energy, you know, life force energy, the quick nature of the quick turnaround, the, you know, acrobatics on the head of a pin. It's a card that zizzes everything up. We're getting some, like I say, beneficial energies from the cosmos, from the planetary movements at this time. I do feel that it's really something to be worked with. When we see Caitlin the Self, you know, like an aspirin just goes, you know, when you drop it into water. It's highly charged, overarching energy position. And we go into our choice zone with the Princess of Discs, bringing something new in after releasing. We got cards going all over the place. Wow, this is it. We're pushing through, pushing it out. And so, you know, after making room, we're pushing it out. Look, I do speak in more of a metaphorical way when I do readings, so it's just the way I do it. And I'll tell you what, I mean, this is just so perfect, really. This Princess of Discs, we get doorways of abundance. We get the Princess of Discs about to push out this new beautiful thing that's been gestating there for a while. As I said before, small actions, large impact, dominoes. We see the with this new moon in Taurus, you know, very simple practices of getting really within one's own body and feeling grounded, and those simple things in life, appreciating those simple things in life that are around us. We have Penelope Dreamweaver. We have Guardian at the Gate. Now this is a birth canal. Penelope Dreamweaver sees beauty and magic in the most simplest of things. I think this is something to focus on at the moment. I think Jupiter entering Pisces, is it? I think that's perfect landscape to be able to work some magic with the simplest things. It's very beneficial with these. So Guardian at the Gate, yeah, we're at that bottleneck point. And so we just push ourselves through the other side. Then we get the card of the beautiful Singer, which is like an ace of transfiguration, transmutation. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes, just as Penelope rises through this sort of awareness and appreciation of those small things that we do every day. This is really quite amazing. Speaking quite loudly of a very positive period of time. Can we just look at the Empress, please? A very positive time at this current time. We've been spurred along we get reminded, you know, whether it's our own truth, this beautiful loving Empress, this is an initiatory process, and we rediscover aspects of ourselves by coming back here, by coming back, grounding out, opening the heart, letting it flow. We have, to begin with, the singer of initiation. We're entering a new cycle, whatever that is for you. You know, you've got to let things go in order to, sometimes it's very difficult transition, actually. If there's something that, you know, this image of compacted earth, if there's something that you've been digging away at for ages, it's like you're trying to erase that. You're trying to, you know, thank something and allow it to go. You're trying to just get the air moving through that compacted sort of dried out hard soil. It's difficult. So here we go, metaphors again. But Ilb the retriever, this gorgeous creature with his wee eyeball or his lovely pearl, it takes a long time to get that wee pearl, but you know, tells us that something possibly that we thought we'd lost, even aspects of ourselves that we had neglected or forgotten about, are returning here. To me, the singer of initiation, it just looks like new moons pierced by a sort of sword of truth, you know. So I love that imagery. It does kind of look like that. Okay, so let's keep going. We're rambling on a little bit. And at the end here with the Wheel of Fortune, we know it's a new cycle. I know we speak of new cycles all the time. And as I say that, we get another beautiful card of that is in the ethereal, that is in the ethers, that comes to us, the singer of intuition, this beautiful purple collection of wave and light and movement. So I know, speaking of new cycles, well, this certainly is a new biggie and a new, like really new one. If we can allow ourselves the gift, the gift of healing, of connection with this beautiful star, of making room, getting rid of that burden, whatever it is for you, get rid of it. Somehow work your magic at this new moon, my friends. Or just get one, we'll get one journey map card. I just seem to have a whole lot of them fall on the floor. Yes, it is the quiet time before a big transition. Yet another transition. I know, it's just constant. This is the Maiden. It's a prepubescent card. It's a card of that just before these changes start to be seen in the physical world, start to be felt in your body. That they're happening anyway, but you're just not seeing them as clearly as you will. This is the quiet time. The quiet time. There's hourglass here with sand in it. The quiet time where there is a level of excitement which is a quiet level of excitement, because you know new things are afoot, and you know that the switch has already been flicked and it's just a matter of waiting to see those things coming into form in your life. I think this is pretty beautiful here. And just one more little, we'll just get a wee Harlequin card. They're just words. So I hope this finds you well and you've been having a marvellous time of it over the last couple of weeks. I know, still the world is still always in this sort of flux. Yeah, look, set the bar high, dear friends. Set the bar high. That's the best way. Getting rid of burdens, shining a light, getting that earth aerated. Certainly there's the Gemini coming into the swing of things, isn't there? So I'm sure if there's any compacted earth, it's going to get filtered and freshened up. All right. Take good care. Thank you for joining me here. I appreciate all your likes and shares and subscribes. Really helps me to keep things going. So thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic week, and I'll be coming in with the all the astro readings over the next day or so. Okay, ka kite. Toodle.